Hey everyone, what is going on? So on this channel, I've actually reviewed a lot of iPads, a lot of iPhones, but there's one I still haven't done yet, and that's the iPad mini 3. Actually, there's a couple iPads I haven't done, but one of them is the iPad mini 3. So let's see how it holds up in 2018. Now, I want to state and I want to get out of the way, I didn't install iOS 12 beta on it. I'll have an official video of that when it officially comes out. I don't want to install a beta on an iPad like this because iOS 11.4 is already pretty slow on it, and I don't really want to update it because I don't want to, make it even more slower or anything like that. Even though iOS 12 is supposed to be better. That's a whole separate topic though. Now the build quality is superb. I've always been a fan of the iPads. They're built super awesome, and this one is no exception. Now for this one, I think the screen is still like the older type, the non-laminated. The same one with the iPad Air 1. So it doesn't look as clear as something maybe like an iPad Pro, but it's still not that bad, especially if you're using it now. I mean, you probably, you won't care that much. But like I said, body is solid. The buttons are still dope. They're still clicky enough. Now on the front, we do have Touch ID 1 now, so you do have a fingerprint sensor with this iPad. It's been out for a while, so it's not like it recently came out. It actually does support Apple Pay and payments throughout with using the fingerprint sensor. It's fast enough for me. I mean, when I compare it to like my 7 Plus, for example, that has Touch ID 2, there's a little bit of difference, but really, I mean, if you're just using it as a tablet, I think you can wait like an extra second or two for it to, unlock. And turning it on, we do have the latest version of iOS 11.4, but this thing is getting iOS 12 as well, like I stated before. And scrolling through apps and overall performance is okay. It's literally like, I would rate it like a 5 out of 10. It's not too crazy. If you're wanting to write a Word document or if you want to take notes for classes or something like that, I think you'll be okay with it. But, especially like even when I'm getting into multitasking or anything like that, it really does kind of slow down a lot. You can see it when I'm, going to multitasking here. It actually has the same specs as the iPad mini 2. They just added Touch ID on it. It has 1GB of RAM. It has the Apple A7 chip. So really the best way I can explain it is like if you have an iPhone 5S, it's literally just that in tablet form. So it's literally just a tablet iPhone 5S. And you have to ask yourself, would you get an iPhone 5S right now? And you kind of have to go by that answer whether you should get this tablet. But, like I said, gaming and everything is okay. Heavier games do lag a lot. It's pretty bad, but casual gaming, it's not bad at all. If you're playing like Temple Run or something, you'll be able to live just fine. Now, surprisingly, the battery life is actually pretty good. If you get a used one, make sure the battery is good. Mine is kind of messed up a little bit, but I know that with the specs it has, it's not actually this bad because I had an iPad mini 2 for a long time, and the battery life on that was pretty good. So it's a 6,470 mAh battery, and on iOS 11, it did take a hit a little bit, but I feel like with iOS 12, it's going to get better. But the battery size is definitely not that small. Really, I would say it's on the better side of battery life rather than on the worst side. And the battery life is definitely not a bad thing, but there are some downsides. This tablet isn't perfect. Really, like I said, the performance isn't amazing, and you're probably only getting 1 more year of support out of this thing. It would probably keep the same iOS versions as the iPad mini 2 since they both share the same specs. It wouldn't really make sense for the iPad mini 3 to get iOS 13 where this one didn't, even though the iPad mini 3 is more newer than the iPad mini 2. But basically to sum up, it's an okay device. I like the size of this more than the iPad Pro I have now. Performance isn't that good for me though. You might want to get an iPad mini 4. It isn't that much more expensive used, maybe like $50-$60 more. I would highly recommend getting that over this. And if it's between me and you, like if I'm talking to you as a brother, I would probably not even get the iPad mini 3. I would rather get an iPad Air 1 over an iPad mini 3. Because that one has better specs than an iPad mini 3, and they're probably going to be around the same price. If you can spend more, I would really recommend getting an iPad Air 2 or even an iPad Pro. If you could spend a little bit more money, I would recommend getting an iPad Pro or even an iPad Air 2. I would kind of steer you away from getting an iPad mini 3 though. I mean, get an iPad mini 4 at the least, but I'll let you figure it out from there. If you want more insight on how an iPad Air 1 or 2 or iPad Pro holds up in 2018, you can search on my channel. I've already done extensive reviews on those, so if you want me explaining how the iPad Air 2 or whatever iPad holds up in 2018, make sure you check those out. And guys, that is pretty much it. If you have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. We're still doing the iPhone 6s and iPhone SE giveaways, so 2 random people are going to win either an iPhone 6s or an iPhone SE. And in order to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All those links will be down in the description, so it's super easy to enter. And I also left a video link explaining more about the giveaway in the description too, so if you want more details on that, make sure you check that link out. Check out the other links down there too, my second channel, my SoundCloud, all that stuff is down there. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.